Hey guys, welcome back to Fantasy Tip. My name is Julian, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about players that you can consider dropping from your team in order to add players on the free agency who are probably better suited to be on your team. Before we get started, guys, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow me on Twitter. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Now let's jump right into the content, and let's start with some forwards that you could consider dropping from your team. So first on the list is Jamie Benn of the Dallas Stars, and he's playing on the third line with Faksa and Gurianov, which is not a good line, down below 18 minutes a game, still getting some power play time, but there are really a lot of better options than Jamie Benn, especially for this week when Dallas plays on the very busy nights, and you can pick up someone from Vancouver or Seattle for those off nights to help you win that week. Jamie Benn just isn't a guy who is going to produce like a lot of people think he's going to produce. I know he's a household name, but he's not someone who really is that great anymore, unfortunately. Next is Alexis Lafreniere of the New York Rangers, having another atrocious season, and he's barely getting 10 minutes of ice time a night some nights. So really, he's playing on the third line, getting only PP2 time, which doesn't get a lot of time in New York. So there are a lot of better options than Alexis Lafreniere. Do not be scared to drop him. I don't know why he's still 45% owned. Next is Jean-Gabriel Pageau of the New York Islanders. He's centering their third line, gets some PP2 time, and he's still 28% owned. And yeah, I guess a lot of people think that he's valuable in leagues that have hits. And you would think so because he hits a decent amount, but he really has not been producing at all. And in my hitting league, he's ranked 373rd. There are definitely better options out there than JG Pageau. Next is Rasmus Asplund of the Buffalo Sabres, getting top line and top power play time. And I recommended picking him up because, I mean, the guy was super hot, but it looks like his hot streak has come to an end, and he has basically no floor over the last couple games. He has basically no peripherals at all and just been dropping donuts. So there are probably safer options out there, although in the deepest of leagues, Asplund is still someone that I might consider keeping. And last for the forwards, I have Denis Gurianov. He's been atrocious this year. He's ranked 400 plus in all of my leagues, and he just has not been producing at all. He's only getting third line deployment, and therefore is a really, really easy drop in all leagues. Jumping into some defensemen now, and first on my list is my MANSCAPED must trim of the video, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code word FANTASYTIP at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with the code word FANTASYTIP. Unlock your confidence, guys, and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Guys, the holiday season is here, so get your Christmas shopping done early this year with the code word FANTASYTIP at manscaped.com. You'll get 20% off, you'll get free shipping, so get your holiday shopping done early this year. So why is Oliver Ekman-Larsson my Manscaped must trim of the video? Well, he only has 3 points in 14 games, and his peripherals have not really been there, especially lately. Oliver Ekman-Larsson is someone who's only getting power play 2 time in Vancouver and therefore is not super valuable. The one thing that I'm noting here, though, is if I do own Ekman-Larsson, I'm not dropping him this week specifically, just because Vancouver does have that really beautiful off-night schedule with Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday games. So I am keeping OEL for those games. As soon as Sunday night's games are over, though, I'm going and I'm dropping OEL just because he just doesn't have a lot of value this year, and he's someone that I was not high on at all coming into the season. Next is Gustav Forsling of the Florida Panthers, up to 39% rostered, but the dude doesn't put up peripherals at all, so it's either get a point or bust every night for Forsling, and he doesn't play on any power play, so the opportunity to put up points isn't really there, although he does get a good amount of ice time. So, I mean, in the deepest of leagues, he's fine, but really the opportunity for putting up points isn't really there for Forsling. So there are definitely safer options, probably on your waiver wire. Next is Mattias Ekholm, and he's just been atrocious this year. He's ranked 400 plus in all of my leagues, and he's not putting up points. He's not putting up many peripherals. He's just not someone who's worth owning this year, unfortunately. As much as I like Ekholm, he's just not doing it this year. Next is Ty Smith of the New Jersey Devils, and he's still 26% owned, and I don't really get it because he's someone, like I said, from the beginning of the year, doesn't have the greatest opportunity this year. With Dougie Hamilton in New Jersey, it's Hamilton that mans that top power play, and therefore Ty Smith just does not have that much value, unfortunately. And last but not least is Artem Zub of the Ottawa Senators, and I liked him a couple weeks ago because he was playing on that top defensive pairing with Thomas Chabot. Ever since he was taken off that top defensive pairing, he hasn't been super valuable in fantasy, and therefore is not worth owning in the vast majority of leagues. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. Please leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Fantasy Tipped.